Hello.
Hi, how are you, Chloe?
Hello, teacher. I'm good today.
I'm good. Hi. How are you?
Everything well, and I will take my first vaccination tomorrow.
Congratulations. I got my second on Saturday.
Oh, everything okay?
Everything's I get a little tired. Which vaccination are you getting?
More Moderna,
Which one?
Moderna.
Moderna. Okay, that's from the United States. That's one of the best. Moderna and Pfizer are supposed to be the best.
Mhm.
I received Pfizer.
Oh,
Okay. That's great news. I'm glad. I'm really happy. I want more. We need more vaccination here in the island where I live. I think we're getting AstraZeneca next week.
oh.
How was your weekend?
Just stay home.
Yes, this is crazy, crazy time.
Yes.
Did you read about the topic for today?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, I love this topic. It's called Breakfast Around the World.
Mhm.
I love breakfast. I love going out for breakfast. I love going out for brunch. How about you? Do you eat breakfast?
Mm, I eat breakfast on weekday, but on weekend, when I wake up, it's lunchtime.
It's lunchtime. You know, when I was your age, we used to go out on the weekends. And before we went home, we went out for breakfast because we used to go home around 4 a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
So I'll show you. This is my favorite place for breakfast in the United States. It's called Denny's, and they have everything there. They have pancakes and bacon and sausage and omelets, and they have everything. And it's open 24 hours a day.
Wow.
In the United States, you can have breakfast all day long. They call it the all day long breakfast.
Oh.
It's really, really nice. I mean, I love it. I mean, and it's not expensive. For in US dollars, $7 or $8, you eat so much and unlimited coffee. So I really enjoy it.
And it makes salt food and sweet food.
Everything. I mean, Asian breakfast and American breakfast, a little bit alike and also different. That's where are we here? I just lost you, of course. Um, give me a second. Did you have breakfast today?
Yes,
What did you have?
I had um, corn, corn and corn makes egg.
Corn with eggs. Huh? I've never had that before. Is it sweet corn?
Yes, sweet corn.
In the Philippines, we don't have sweet corn. They call it sweet corn, but it's not sweet. Here, sweet corn. In the Philippines, it's not sweet. It's very dry and very small. Here in the Philippines, I have for breakfast every day something called pandesal. It's a little cake.
Sweet.
Sometimes it's made out of something called malunggay. It's a plant. Let me show you what it is. It's called malunggay pandesal, and it's very good. It's made by leaves. We have trees around our property where we live that they actually use malunggay for everything, for bread, for vegetables, for salads, and it's very good. And every morning, I have one of my guys that works for me. He goes out on his motorcycle and he goes to a bakery around 6:30 in the morning. So I get everything fresh.
With cream cheese, right?
This is very famous. We don't have cream cheese in in the Philippines.
Or some jam?
I'm living no jam, yes, or butter.
Oh.
But
Because I
we don't
saw
have
the
cream cheese.
picture.
When in New York. Which one?
The second line.
This is
The
the one
first
I
one.
get.
The first one.
Okay.
And
This one?
the third line. The first one in third line.
This one? Oh,
With
third
coffee.
line. Okay.
With coffee.
Oh, this one?
The third line. The next one. Yes, this one.
That's it.
So,
yes.
Is that the
Yes.
butter?
That's butter.
Oh.
Yes. Yes. You know, I'm on an island about 700 miles from Manila. So we have to import everything from the mainland. So we really don't have cream cheese here or Swiss cheese or cheddar cheese. We have actually we have no cheese. It's I'm living 20 years behind everybody else here in Bohol, but it is beautiful. It is beautiful here, and every morning I have pandesal and coffee, and sometimes I'll have a mango.
Healthy.
Philippine mangoes are the best in the world. I think Hong Kong imports a ton of mangoes from the Philippines. I guess you're not into breakfast like I am. I love breakfast. We can see the video. And maybe it'll give you an idea of breakfast is very important. I look forward to breakfast because in the morning I watch the news with my breakfast, or I read the newspapers, or of course I have to do it on my phone because I don't get newspapers here. But why don't we try this? My wife eats that breakfast, the Filipino breakfast. I don't. Uh, again, I just I'm an American guy. I like American breakfast. But keep watching, please.
Teacher, sorry, can the sound is not clear?
It's not clear. I'm sorry. I don't. The sound is not clear.
Yes.
Okay, we can try something else. This is the 12 best foods to eat for breakfast. Can you see this?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, why don't you try reading? Eggs are undeniably healthy and delicious.
Sorry, I read after.
Yes, egg. Oh,
Okay.
whatever you like.
Eggs.
Yes.
I can read. I can read.
Okay, please.
Eggs are undeniably healthy and delicious.
Very good.
Studies have shown that eating eggs at breakfast increases feeling of fullness, reduces calorie intake at the next meal, and helps maintain steady blood sugar and in, insulin.
Insulin
Insulin.
levels. Insulin
Insulin.
levels is your
Insulin
blood sugar.
levels.
Do you know what insulin is? Here.
Blood sugar.
What I just do. Let me just cancel that. Blood sugar and insulin levels. That's your sugar in your blood. It has to be a certain level, otherwise you could get sick. Okay, well, let's go back here. Okay, keep reading. I think you're getting something out of reading English. You're doing very, very well. You can start here.
In one study, men who ate eggs for breakfast felt more satisfied and took in fewer calories during the rest of the day than those who consumed a bagel.
You know what a bagel is?
Yes,
Okay.
the shape like donut.
You know where the best bagels are made?
I don't know.
New York. New York has the best bagels and pizza maybe in the world. And I'll tell you why. Because of the water.
Oh.
We have, for some reason, New York water is great for making bagels and pizza. And if you ever go to the United States and you go to New York, try a bagel or a pizza. You'll love it.
I will try it.
Keep reading. Additionally,
by
the way, Zoe, you read great.
Thank you.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
But additionally,
egg yolks contain gluten and zeaxanthin. This and anti.
do you know what an antioxidant is?
No.
Okay, let's look it up. Okay.
The antioxidant.
It helps maintain a healthy body. Why don't you read that? Antioxidants are substances that may protect your cells. Antioxidants. Okay, let's go to Google Translate. Paste. And let's say antioxidant. Got the wrong word. Okay, let's an antioxidant is it helps your cells stay healthy. It's like a vitamin. It maintains your blood sugar. Okay. Okay, let's go back where we were. Okay, eggs are also one of the best sources. Go ahead.
Eggs are also one of the best sources of choline, a very important nutrient for brain and liver health. Though
I didn't know this was in good. These eggs were like this. Go ahead. So right here.
Though high in cholesterol.
Cholesterol, right?
Cholesterol. Eggs don't raise cholesterol levels in most people.
Keep going. You might as well go to the end.
Okay. In fact, eating whole eggs may reduce heart disease risk by modifying the shape of bed LDL,
cholesterol,
cholesterol,
right?
increasing good HDL cholesterol, and improving in insulin sensitivity.
That's terrific, Chloe. That is terrific. I think you're reading at a college level in states. You're doing great. Um, Go ahead. Eggs are very
Eggs are also
eggs are also very versatile.
eggs are also very versatile. For example, hard
Right.
boiled eggs make a great portable breakfast that can be prepared ahead of time.
It's terrific, Chloe. That's terrific. You read better than I do. Eggs are high in protein and several important nutrients. They also promote fullness and help you eat fewer calories. Calories are, if you eat less calories, you lose weight.
Mhm.
The more you eat, the more calories you put
Fat.
on, and the more weight you put on. You get fat. I'm a little overweight myself, but you burn it off when you do exercise. I'll show you. Let's read some more. I mean, you're doing great. I enjoy listening to you. Greek yogurt.
Okay, Greek yogurt is creamy, delicious, and nourishing.
Nourishing. That's okay.
Nourish. It's made
Nourishing.
by nourishing. It's made by
Nourishing.
straining whey.
See, strain. STRAIN. Straining.
Straining whey. That is whey. Whey.
This is a new word for me, Chloe. But go ahead, keep reading. And other
liquid from milk curds, which produces a creamier yogurt that is more concentrated in protein.
You're doing great. You are doing great.
Thank you. Protein has been shown to reduce feelings of hunger and has a higher thermic effect than fat or carbs.
Right. Protein is meat. Like if you have a steak, that has a lot of protein in it, and it's very good for you. In fact, they say a high protein, high fat diet helps with your immune system during this COVID sickness pandemic. So if you want a high fat diet, it was good. It helps your immune system. Keep going. You can. Do you like yogurt, by the way?
Yogurt, I seldom have it, but I like the taste.
I like yogurt. I don't have yogurt here. In America, we have 100 different kinds of yogurt. If you go to the supermarket in America. But in the Philippines, there's very little bit. I'm sure in 7-Eleven in Taiwan, they have different kinds of yogurt.
Yes. Sometimes mix some fruits together.
What did you have for breakfast this morning again? Just corn and
egg.
And eggs. You know, my first
and latte.
latte. I like it. I like coffee myself, just regular coffee. But my first time in Korea, I was there on business, and we went out the night before, and we got very drunk. You know, like I was a kid, I was in my 30s, and the next morning we went out for a traditional Korean breakfast, and it's fish and soup and rice and meat. I was amazed, but that was my first experience with an Asian breakfast.
Rice. Oh, there are many people in Taiwan. Eat um they eat rice and soup and some fish can
Okay, it's very
in the
interesting.
morning.
I'm the same guy all my life. 2 cups of coffee and either a bagel or the pandesal that we have here. I've been doing that for 50 years. So it's I just do the same thing. I unless we go out for breakfast, then pancakes, bacon, scrambled eggs, an omelet, French fries. I'd be 700 pounds.
Do you
Okay, let's
do do
go ahead.
when I saw the video and am I was afraid to eat the beans in Japan for breakfast.
Beans. I don't eat beans for breakfast. I don't eat beans for lunch. I don't eat beans for dinner. I don't eat beans. Have you been in Japan before?
Yes,
I
yes, I have.
I've been in Japan, but the hotel I stayed in always had a American breakfast
Oh.
for us. I never went out for a traditional Japanese breakfast.
I tried it, but I am afraid to eat uh, their traditional beans.
So am I. Even in the Philippines, I won't eat a lot of Filipino food. I usually eat the same thing every day. Uh, we have chicken or chicken every day. I don't like fish. So everybody eats fish here because we're on the water. But even the fishermen come to my house to give my wife fish, sell my wife fish because we have a lot of people living with us. But I don't eat fish. I think you eat fish. You like fish.
Fish. I like fish, but I like to eat for lunch or dinner.
What about comfort food? Do you like comfort food?
Comfort food.
I have a
What kind of?
oh here. This is IHOP in Taiwan. Have you gone to here to the International House of Pancakes in Taiwan?
We have this kind of pancake in Taiwan's McDonald's.
Amazing. Everywhere, you know, this is what we eat in the United States. The International House of Pancakes. With different, with whipped cream and blueberries and strawberries and apples. It's very good.
That is good for afternoon tea.
Afternoon, afternoon, nighttime, doesn't make a difference to me. I like this. I think it's an omelet with bacon and cheddar cheese and all melted together. I plan on going back to the United States in September. So I'll eat some good food when I go home for a month or so. This is chocolate chip
Oreo.
pancake
Oreo.
with whipped cream and nuts. You can't beat it. That's the best.
I think so.
Are you near the International House of Pancakes, IHOP, where you live?
Oh no. I need to take MRT to
The
go
subway.
to another place.
When I used to take the subway to New York City. I used to live in a place called the Bronx. You've heard of the Bronx? Before I lived in New York City, the Bronx. Let's no, hold on, I'm sorry. The Bronx is a city in New York. So, and this is a subway. So you used to take this from the Bronx to go to New York City to go to your office every day. I guess you call it the MRT. We call it the subway, the IRT. And we used to call it the Iron Horse because it's a big iron horse and you could go anywhere in New York City or the Bronx or Queens, New York within 30, 45 minutes.
It's different to train, right?
Yes, it's a train. It's this is Chinatown. I'm sorry. This is downtown New York called Chinatown. Right here, let's go back. Let's go back, hold on. Right here where it says Big Wong, that's a very, very famous restaurant in Chinatown in New York City. It was owned by a very good friend of mine. And I used to work for him in this building. And in the morning, we used to get the traditional Chinese dim sum, I think it's called in the morning, for breakfast. So even though we're in New York City, we're able to get traditional Chinese dim sum every morning. And I used to get there by taking the train from where I live to go down to Chinatown.
Many Chinese words.
Yeah, it's a lot of Chinese people. It's all Chinese. I would guess 98% of the Chinese. Well, it's all Chinese. It's why it's called Chinatown. We have Chinatown in New York. We have Koreatown, which is in Midtown, and we every culture, every country, we have pockets in New York City that they live in. We have downtown used to be all Jewish. in the 50s and the 60s. It's an amazing place if you ever get to go to New York.
To go to.
Chloe, you did great tonight. I gotta tell you, your reading, your pronunciation of everything was perfect.
Thank you.
You did a great job. I hope I did a good job also for you tonight.
Yes, I'm glad to talking with you.
You know, I have a very good friend from China. I used to be in the garment business. I've told you that before. And we started working with this factory in China. And my friend, Wing Zhao, he was the manager. And he called me every day for 1 year. And he spoke to me for an hour a day. And he said, Ray, can you teach me English? And I said, Wing, sure. If you want to call me every day for an hour, let's make a time and just give me a call. And we would discuss everything. And that was in like 2006, 2007. Today, he owns 3 factories. He was a kid back then. He was in his 20s. Now he owns 3 factories in China, printing factory, a sweater factory, and a silk factory. So it's amazing. And he goes all over the world and everybody speaks English wherever he goes. So hopefully I can do that for you also. You're really good, Charlie. You're really, really good. So in fact, you're better than when I first met you about 6 weeks ago. So keep it up. I mean, you're really doing well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you for your teaching.
I'm trying. I'm trying. Thank you for helping me. And when the COVID is over, you and the other student want to come over to the hostel here. We're only 1 hour away from Taiwan, and we have an international airport here. You'll have a good time. Bring your mom and your dad. You'd have a great time. Beautiful
yes,
here.
I hope I can go abroad.
Anytime. You're always welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. You have a good night.
Thank you. Thank you.
God bless.
Have a good time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay.